Alrighty. Well, hello everyone. We're back with another episode of the Producer's Log. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be working on a video for Visionary PA. Oh, Visionary is the name of the band. Visionary Band PA is where you can find them on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure. They got some really cool material. They're a studio band out of Allentown. They might be doing some shows. I'm not sure. You have to check with them. But yeah, find them on Facebook. I'll be sure to post some links in the description afterwards. If we can get Justin on the stream, he pops in every now and then. He'll add some links. So we're gonna be doing an actual preview of the song this time. Justin went out and shared it to a bunch of his friends on Facebook. So if you've heard it already, don't share it in the chat. But we're gonna be playing it on here. Some of you who joined us last time got that download link. If you go to that last video, you can find it, but you got to scroll through and you got to get it. Which makes it kind of fun to be, in my personal opinion. But, yeah, so we're going to be working on that video a little bit more today. I also have a couple other things on the docket. Let's see here. Yeah, so we're going to be doing an AE tutorial. That's After Effects, which I now remember I have to pull up. So we're gonna get that up. Here we go. This is the one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's go ahead and mute that. Alrighty, so not sure how we're really, like, if I'm allowed to show other people's content on here. So I'm gonna try not to show too much of this, but I'll link to the video that I'm working on so everyone can kind of see what I'm working on. Yeah, so this is gonna be the one. This is it's a 20-minute long tutorial. We're gonna get to that at the end of the video. We're gonna be working on some stuff beforehand, and I might actually take a minute and talk about some Kyr tripods beforehand. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm going to be doing some review material from the perspective of, like, someone from their business, which is a little interesting because I'm not a part of their business, but that's the way that they want their reviews done. So I'm going to do something like that. It's going to be more like commercial style. And I don't see that as like a dishonest thing, because they have been sending me parts like tripods, all kinds of monopods and support systems and whatnot. They've been really, really generous with this. So I honestly feel a part of the family already, even though there's no like sponsorship deal or anything like that. But, you know, they've been fantastic. So definitely go check out in the links in the chat, Visionary Band PA. They're going to be the band in the video today. And King Studios PA, that's where they recorded the song. If you ever need any music videos, or you want to do like a cover song, or you have a band that you want to actually go and get some professional recording done, that's the place to go. Also, don't mind the electrical tape finger. I was playing with I mean, I shouldn't say playing. I was messing around with a knife. Yeah, that's better, messing around. So I've got this got this nice new Damascus steel knife, and yeah, it's sharp. So nothing too bad, just a little cut. But okay, so we're going to be doing that today. We got music video editing. We're going to preview the song, which if you watched the last stream, you have the link to it at least, which is pretty cool. But you're actually going to hear it first here. You can throw on headphones for that. I would suggest it. It's a pretty dang good track, and there's some things in it that if you're listening just on a cell phone, you're not going to hear it as distinctly, like little details in the song, little things that make it feel like an actual cover of the song, as opposed to just someone singing along to it. You know, they produced the entire thing, and I think it turned out really good. At some point, Ashley's going to be here. She is on her way back. She's having a day out, but she's going to help us out with that After Effects tutorial. She's done some rotoscoping and some work like that in After Effects already, so she might have a different perspective on how to do it. I'm not that well versed in After Effects. I've done a few things here and there. I've done some rotoscoping, some basic stuff, but I don't think that I have the best methods to do it. So I'm really looking for help with like better workflows and things like that. And I always appreciate it when people have comments. So if you happen to be an editor and you notice that I'm doing something that's not as efficient as it could be, I would love to hear your opinion. I would love to hear you give me a suggestion on like, hey, maybe try doing like control whatever instead of this, because it's going to cut out, minutes of your process. And by the end of a week of editing, hours. It's huge. So feel free to add those comments in the side. I really appreciate them. I'll make sure to mention them if I see them. If I see stuff that's really good, especially over there, you're getting a shout out. And then yeah, I'm gonna talk tripods a little bit, tripods and monopods, and then I might talk about the UXL series that I'm working on. I would love to get some feedback from you, from people who might end up watching it. The whole idea is to do like how to be better at photography, how to be better at videography, how to be better as a freelancer, how to improve your current skills, and how to get into it. Excuse me, if you haven't started on that path yet. So it's meant to be sort of like an instructional series, but also like an introductional series. It's supposed to hit people across, whatever skill level they're at, whatever they're trying to really do with it. If they're just trying to get better for fun, or for family photos or stuff like that, or if they're actually trying to get into the profession of photography, videography, graphic design, media, stuff like that. Cool. There's a little code down there. I don't know what it does, but you can scan it. Okay. Let's see. Anything else that I need to get done here? I would love to hear feedback about this stream in general. The interface. This is Restream. Or no. Sorry. This is Streamlabs OBS that I'm using. So that's where the interface comes from. I'm working through a Blackmagic ATEM Mini, which is new for me. It's like a 4-in-1 basically. Let's adjust this focus just a little bit. It's basically like a 4-in-1 HDMI encoder. So you could hook up an Xbox outputting into this, and you'd have like a little monitor up here into a side screen, but you could plug in 4 devices and do like picture in picture and all that stuff. It's crazy. Honestly, this thing's nuts. But that is another story for another time. Let's get into some editing. I'm gonna sidebar this. Actually, you know what? One quick thing we gotta do before we get the stream in here. Let's see what we can do. Let's keep this muted. No one has to hear the random stuff that's going on. Okay, so I'm relatively new to Twitch, and some of you that subscribe to this I know are kind of like, what's going on Twitch. There's a bunch of channels that like restream other stuff, and I get the impression that you're sort of supposed to go through and like send links out and try and share your stream if you're looking to get more people watching. But yeah, I don't really know how to do that. So it'd be great if I could eventually have some comments about how to do that stuff. Even if you're watching in a recorded version of this, I would love to hear your comments down below. Maybe like QnA or something like that would be able to tell me. He's quite good at this stuff. So all right, cool. Well, we're gonna give that a shot. Okay, so let's pop out of here, and let's go into our edits here. All right. Hey, sweet. I was just talking about hosting stuff. Senna Danny, thank you. Appreciate that. That would be fantastic if you hosted the stream. I'm going to be working on this music video. It's a cover of the song Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, which I'm going to do a preview once there's some more people watching this. I think right now it might just be my mother, which thank you, Mom, for watching. Appreciate it. Be lovely. Okay, so this is a music video with a couple buddies of mine. We got together and we produced it on a bit of a shoestring budget, but we wanted to get it out into the world, and we wanted to make some media surrounding it, and I had other friends who were looking to make media of this style, so it became kind of like a group project, and I think everyone involved really went nuts with it. But I can't play the song for you just yet because there aren't enough people in here. We're gonna get some more people watching, and then once we get people commenting, we'll play this song. So in the meantime, we're gonna mute this thing. All right, so we got our basic sequence here. What I've been trying to do today is get this basic sequence all fleshed out. You know what? Whatever, we can do this because you're only going to hear little tiny chunks of it, and you're not going to hear the whole of the real thing. And you know what? I'm going to go lower that by 10 decibels. Let's see here. I'm going to play it. I'm going to test the audio, see if you're okay, it's still kind of blasting, but let's go down. Yeah, that's better. I should be able to talk over that. All right, cool. Okay, so this is Visionary. I'm going to go through and I'm going to make sure that this winter cut of the timeline, this is our A-roll of the actual band, is all where I want it to be. I think there's a couple shots where I really want to adjust a couple things or cut some spots out. Like that is not a cut clip. It looks really cool. I like the way it looks. Definitely want to keep in that part of the shot. Hell yeah. Hey, Senna Danny, thank you. Appreciate it. Awesome. All right, cool. So right now I'm working on editing a music video for a band called Visionary. You can find them on Facebook at Visionary Band PA. They did a cover of the song Toss a Coin to Your Witcher. And this is the music video that we're making along to it. So right now I'm going through and I'm cutting the A-roll for our like winter walkthrough kind of shots. So you'll hear little chunks of the song as we go, but I'm going to be doing an actual preview of the whole track in a couple minutes. I'm trying to get some more people on here so we can show it off, but we've got people watching on Facebook, we got people watching on YouTube, and there's also if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we got some people on Twitch. Oh yeah, we got some serious people on Twitch. Awesome. Thank you, Senna Danny, for the restream. I really appreciate it. All right, so just so everyone knows, feel free to ask me questions during this. Anything about photo, video, editing, design, stuff like that. That's what I'm here for. I love to hear your questions. And okay, so I adjusted this. We're gonna get this A-roll done, and then I have, if you look in the timeline, all of this stuff is like daytime warm summery stuff, and they're actually playing instruments in that. So the idea is I want to start off kind of cold and wintry just because we have some really nice intro shots, and then we're gonna move towards warmer, kind of like, because the song basically, it starts off kind of cool and relaxed and all that stuff. So we're gonna get to the point where we actually warm it up, but after that, we actually made sequences with these like theoretical witchers. Basically, the idea is it's supposed to be themed like The Witcher. A lot of people have been liking that game lately. And hey, Nate, that was what popped into my head that I just stumbled over my words. I see Nate's following on Facebook. Nate's in this video too. He's one of our witchers. So basically, we made sequences where we have, here's Nate's sequence, actually, speaking of. We had characters dressed up as witchers. Here, I'll play Nate's sequence here. So everyone was dressed up as a different witcher. We 3D printed medallions for them. Yeah, you should use that. We should put that on a shirt. What's up with you, Nately? I don't know, something like that. But yeah, so we made these sequences and we wanted to make it seem like there's, you know, a witcher hunting down a monster or having to do an assassination with the cat school because they're more assassins. Things like that. And then we added in like detail shots of that's one of the that's the manticore. In the manticore school, apparently, I'm just learning this stuff. Apparently is more leaning towards alchemy and like they wear some medium armor. So Nate's got some chainmail on. He's got a nice dagger. He's got, the idea is silver dagger, and then that's his potion there. So he's drinking that potion. If you've seen the show, they drink the potion, their eyes go black. So that's an effect that I'm trying to basically learn today. Ashley, my girlfriend, is going to be coming over. She does After Effects. She has some more skill in it than I do, but we're going to be going through a tutorial later on in the stream, so you can join us, ask some questions, give us some advice, whatever. If someone here is better at After Effects than I am, beautiful. Love it. All right. So we're getting through here. There's our shots with Nate. I love that shot. The way that came out worked out really well. This fast shot. So this is going to be our replacement shot where Nate's eyes are all black. We might even just put like a tiny little section of that in. That blood spray looks pretty good. But all this is it's all shot in S-Log 2. So this is footage that hasn't been like color corrected or anything yet. You can see in the other stuff it's a lot better, but I'm going to get a color correction on there after we get our shots all figured out. This is actually Ashley right here. She's going to be joining us in a bit to do that After Effects tutorial, but she is our cat school witcher. And if you know anything about the witchers, the cat school kind of turned into assassins. So Ashley here is stalking down her prey, and she's going to, I'll let you see what happens. Here we go. And now, all of this footage, this is going to be our B-roll, which is footage that you intercut among your main shots. That's going to be a transition right there. We got our field of bones and bodies, like there's some weird demon creature around. Buddy's looking around. He gets his eyes changed. This is Eli. Eli helped us with this video, and he did a great job. I'm not sure if this was his first time acting, but it certainly didn't feel like it. Like, dude knows what's going on. Yeah, there's King Studios. All right. Hey, we got King Studios watching on Twitch. Justin, at some point, if you would like to drop some links to Visionary or to King Studios, I would really love that. I'm trying to get some editing done, obviously, but I would love those links getting dropped in the chat. I will share them on the restream. So here's a cool shot. This is all still unedited. I think the footage of the blood is edited a little bit, but this is going to be our boom. He falls down, blood spray through the air, going crazy. He's just getting doused in it. Yeah, okay, so this stuff is color corrected. All right, apparently Justin's got bad service right now, so we're going to get those links in there a little bit. I'll seek them out later on. We'll post them in. All right, so that's our that was our Wolf School Witcher, which is, they're a little bit more balanced. So he's got 2 blades, like we tried to make sure that. Let's see here. You can see, all right, he's got the one on his back, one on his shoulder, on his hip. My idea is that the one on his hip is the silver sword. So he pulls out his silver sword, boom. And he gets attacked by this dude. Come running out. That's literally me just sprinting with a camera in my hands, looking like a weirdo. Boom, blood sprays everywhere. I love how that came out. We were shooting with Sony mirrorless cameras, so like smaller stuff, A6500s, which is has a little internal stabilizer. There we go. All right. So Justin just shared the Visionary's latest single. I'm gonna share that to Facebook and the other ones. I'm gonna drop a link in there, and then you know what? While we've got this going, we've got a bunch of people watching. We got 6 here. We got 3 there. Let's take a minute. Let's listen to that song. So I'm gonna go to the timeline assembly. We're gonna give a listen straight through the entire song. It's about 3 minutes long, just about on the nose. And I'll show you the timeline footage that we have so far. This is, you know what? Yeah, I'll okay, so I have some muted cuts up here. These are all the daytime footage. I'm gonna leave these back in. It might look a little choppy, but you'll get to see the variety of footage that we're working with here. You won't see the Witcher stuff in it yet, but this is going to be all of the oh yeah, and we got the kingstudiospa.com link here. I'm going to drop that as well. Thank you, Justin. kingstudiospa.com. Check them out if you're in the Lehigh Valley, or honestly anywhere on the East Coast. All right, so someone's already got a copy of the song. Tight. That's good. All right, so apparently it's dope. So let's give a listen to this. I'm gonna leave all of our bard footage. This is our traveling troubadours. We're gonna leave that up, and they can you can see what we've got there. So, all right, I'll let this thing roll. Okay, good. That's paused. This is "Toss a Coin to Your Witcher" by Visionary, recorded at King Studios, PA.
When a humble bard graced a right.
That's really quiet. We're gonna raise that back up. Okay. Back up to its full volume potential. All right. Now we got this. I'm gonna lower the desktop audio just a touch so we don't blow everyone's ears out. Alrighty. Now would be a good time for headphones. If you're listening on a mobile device or something like that, great time to throw in some headphones. Here we go. Let's do it.
When a humble bard graced a ride along with Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. From when the White Wolf fought a silver-tongued devil, his army of elves at his hooves did they revel. They came after me with masterful deceits, broke down my lute and they kicked in my teeth, while the devil's horns minced our tender meat, and so cried the Witcher, he can't be bleed. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty. At the edge of the world, fight the mighty horde that bashes and breaks you and brings you to mourn. He thrust every elf far back on the shelf, high up on the mountain from whence it came. He wiped out your past, got kicked in his chest. He's a friend of humanity, so give him a rest. That's my epic tale. Our champion prevailed, defeated the villain, now pour him some ale. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, a friend of humanity. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, a friend of humanity. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, a friend of humanity.
Tight. That was awesome. So yeah, this has so far been a really fun music video to work on. Got to work with a bunch of friends of mine, and that's always a great thing. I'm gonna toggle these back off. That way we can keep working on that. on that winter timeline. Yeah. Okay. So Justin asked a good question. He's like, yeah, he has kind of shoddy service right now, so he wanted to know if this stream was going to be up. These streams are always saved for about 14 days, I think, on Twitch if you want to watch them again. So if you're in the stream and you want to come back and see what we talked about, you can always come back to it there. But it's always on YouTube too, and Facebook. So these are simultaneously live streaming to all these different platforms, but you'll be able to see it there saved forever on Facebook and YouTube. So definitely go check those out. Sub to the Facebook channel. There's a podcast that I do there. There's live streams. There's all kinds of things that I post there that I don't. Oh yeah. Okay, so Justin just mentioned in the chat. Foley Creppy. He was actually on the podcast. Speaking of, Foley Creppy did the drums for this, and he killed it. Like, just sounds incredible, and it makes a big difference having like real drums that you'll back up with. You know, maybe add some like samples like back up and stuff like that. But like having that real drum track to begin with, huge difference. But you have to have a drummer that is on point. Like it makes a huge well, I mean, not to say a huge difference again, but like it really is. It's a huge difference between someone who is perfect and someone who's almost perfect. Like it's a tiny little percentage point, but makes a world of difference. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna keep editing through this. You know what? I'm gonna lower the gain on that again, just so we can not blow your eardrums, because you know we like people. There we go. That should be better. Cool. Okay. So here's the idea. I'm making this this timeline assembly. My workflow is I typically make like the A roll to the song. That's one sequence. And then I'm going over into here. I've dropped the entire timeline down at the bottom. So now I can add clips like this, where it's like, this isn't really in the music video, but it'll be an intro. You'll have like titles. We'll do things like that. I've got fonts downloaded that are the fonts from the actual Witcher game. Little details like that can make a big difference in a video. It just sort of adds to the immersiveness. It's like a video game, you know, you want to have everything in there. Hey Mike, thank you, really appreciate it. That was all King Studios that did the recording, so definitely go check them out if you're doing any music stuff. But yeah, this was shot. This is all camera work by me. We're shooting on Sony FS5 and little mirrorless cameras, using Sigma Prime lenses and all that stuff. But this is what I do. Yeah, it's good hearing from you, buddy. Appreciate it. Sweet. Okay, so a lot of these, like, I like the winter part for the beginning. I think we're gonna start winter and we're gonna warm up as we get through the video. Excuse me. I think that's gonna be the plan. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. It's always lovely having people jumping on. That host from our friend there, like, really made a big difference. Santa Danny, I really appreciate that. That's beautiful. Just getting this channel started, so those little boosts can make a big difference. All right, so I like all these shots. King Studios, they do this thing. It's you're doing this, and then you flip to the other symbol as noted here. I won't do it because I don't want to, like, you know, do it right to your face, but that's okay. So here's a cut that I need to make. All right, it's nice and cold. I like that shot. We're gonna keep that. And it hits right on the snare beat. So, like, I didn't do that on purpose, but I kind of like that. I want to cut there again. That looks pretty cool. All right, so we can't have those next to each other, so I'm going to cut that clip out. All right, this I can cut in earlier. That's Solid, just looking like a badass in the background. Love it. We got him outfitted. He's wearing a cloak that Ashley got me for Christmas. We've been watching Game of Thrones like crazy over the holidays, and she got me that cloak. It's the Jon Snow cloak. He's got his own like medieval kind of Renaissance type shirt. He's got these bracers on that we provided. He's got boots that he's got, and then he's got the sword across his back. It's the same sword that Eli had as a Witcher. But you know, it's just kind of Jon Snow is hell. Awesome. Love it. Okay, so we're not going to use that shot, obviously. Do want to use the undershot there. I think Ashley's here. Is that Ashley? Oh. That might be Ashley, but I don't think she's opened the door yet. Either way, we're going to get this. Yeah. Like that. We're gonna catch the end of that yell. That looks badass. Yeah. All right. We might even split this down here. Let's see what we have lying underneath. Ah, this is what we're gonna do. Let me use that clip. I like that. That's a lot better. Yeah, I agree. That's a wow. Okay, so my mom is on Twitch now. CDF Gracie, appreciate it. Everyone give a big thumbs up to my mom. She hopped on the Twitch board and now she's in it. It's we got you, Mom. All right, appreciate you watching. That's great. Okay, we're gonna do another cut in here. Yeah, let's cut there. We might start moving towards. Yeah, we might start moving towards warmer footage soon. That looks cool there. Let's cut this. By the way, C and V are your little cuts between here. So you go C, that gives you your cut tool. V gives you your pointer. Hey, Mom, I'm on TV. Hey, Mom. The Kermit the Frog voice. All right, so that looks pretty cool. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, yeah, cool shot. There we go. We're going to switch again. I'm basically keeping the cuts on the beat. I like that technique for music videos. I don't know how you all feel. But wedding media, appreciate it. We got such a lovely community here. That man warms my soul. Okay, yeah, so I totally forget what I was saying. But yeah. Cutting to the beat. So I typically cut to the beat or like immediately afterwards. I give a little bit of room so that it's like it gives the cut more impact because I'm doing a lot of jump cuts here. Jump cut is when you just go from one shot, hard cut to another shot. I keep looking at that chat and just laughing. This is gonna be a special stream in my heart. Great. Okay, so we're working our way through. If anyone has any questions about like media production or anything like that, I would love to hear them. Here we're gonna cut again. Cut on the action. That's another technique that people do. And we could even go down another one. Let's see if we have enough room. I like this. I like how this is turning out. Oh. Well, can't use that shot. Yeah, okay, so we're just gonna not. Ooh. That, I don't know why there's a cut there, so we're just gonna join that through the edits. And as always, don't forget to save. Control S is your best friend. Control S. I feel like I just said Control F for some reason. That is not the right button. Also, I found out that there's like a I think it's Control G or something like that is like close. What is it? It must have been Control W that I was hitting or something like that. Close. So I would just be like on something and it would just disappear just because I'm used to keeping my fingers on WASD for gaming, which doesn't help me here. So yeah, I keep those fingers on C and D. Yeah, so we'll definitely be using warmer stuff by now. I just want to get these cut so that if we have Ma, you'll always be my best friend. Lovely. Appreciate you joining the stream. It's really fantastic. Definitely not something I was expecting. Alrighty, so we're gonna have these shots in here. Yeah, I want to get this cut down so that I can have cold shots for backup. But I don't want to rely on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. I have all those warm clips right above. I'm going to kind of choose which ones I really like here. I kind of want to use these little intro shots in the beginning just because it's like Ryan's guitar stands out so well, so like why not, right? But it's the switching between hot and cold like that, like where we're going from a much darker shot and this. I also want to add some like vignette and stuff like that. I don't know if it's too much on here. But I do think that it adds to the shot. Like, I think it sort of changes the dynamic in a way that makes it feel like I was shooting with vintage lenses or something like that. I actually could have shot this with vintage lenses. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't. I just wanted to get that editing base, I guess you could say. Yeah, we're gonna do some vignette on these. I think that might even be enough. Negative 1.5. I don't know. What do you think? Take a look at this footage for me. And is that too much of a vignette, or is that good? I kind of like it with it, so I'm gonna put it on for now. See what happens. Okay. So, I do all kinds of editing stuff, but you know what? You should probably all just go over and follow my mom on Twitch just because she's on Twitch, and that's really cool. She might never post anything, but who knows? Maybe we'll do like a cooking show one day because she is phenomenal at that. That'd be really cool. But in the meantime, let's get these vignettes going. I think just a negative 1.5 and leave everything else the same is going to do it for us. I don't think that we really need to mess around with it too much more than that. The only problem is now I have to go over and do this to all my clips, which is a little frustrating. But if it makes it look better, it makes it look better. That's the name of the game, right? Here we go. Okay. It's good to see activity in the chats too. If anyone has questions about media production, anything with shooting photos or videos, editing, I'm all about production and post-production. I do this stuff for a living. I'm a freelancer. I'm working at PBS doing freelance stuff. I work for small companies up in New York. I work with King Studios. That's the wrong button I just hit. Work with a variety of people. And I like to do podcasts. So every Friday, starting again in February, you'll be seeing new episodes on the YouTube channel of the FCMG podcast, which is where I talk with creative professionals. And Justin is actually going to be on this coming week. We're going to record one, and then he's going to be on the podcast, which is, I'm excited to talk to him because he's got a whole bunch of insight about recording, engineering, producing music, just how to use microphones better. Like things like that can be really useful to someone like me who's, I'm more specialized in camera, but I definitely have a lot of instances where I have to like mic something really weird. Like I did a shoot last week at Martin Guitar Factory, which was a lot of fun. It was really, really, really great. They've got their new 2020 line of guitars out, some of which have some new features like thinner neck profiles. It's higher access to frets, so it's like a 13. The neck actually joins at the 13th fret as opposed to the 12th. Justin, I don't know if you've heard about that, but they got some really, really cool acoustic guitars coming out. They're meant for people who play electric guitar who want to switch to acoustic or do like acoustic stuff without making a huge change. Yeah, it's a cool new feature. I think it's going to be really cool. Their guitars felt great. I got to play a couple of them, but miking it was really interesting. Basically, you've got a person on stage that you want to hear them talking. You want to get their voice audio, but then you also want to get the guitar because he's going to talk, and then he's going to go blah, 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 and play a little bit. The challenge here wasn't so much doing both of those at once, which I've done before. It was the fact that my audio recorder with the lavalier wasn't working. The reporter that I was with, her two mic packs were not working. So were they not working or were they not there? I forget which one it was, but we didn't have mic packs at all. So basically I ended up having to use I happened to have a pair of Lyx Pro. I think that's how you pronounce it. Lyx Pro, but it's LYX PRO. They're matched stick condenser mics. Jut, I don't know if you have any opinions on like matched condensers like that, but basically I put a super cardioid capsule on one, which is a very focused pattern, and use that to get the person's voice, and then I put a cardioid in front of the guitar. So I put it in, like at an angle. It was shooting towards the sound hole and sort of towards the fingers, so we'd get a little bit more of like the plinking on the guitar, like you'd hear the actual sound that's coming out of the sound hole, but then also like a little bit of like the strumming and that sort of treble. I'll try and find the actual video. I'm not sure if it's come out yet, but it'll be up on PBS 39, and you can hear the audio from those mics there. I think the entire thing was actually shot with those because we didn't have an alternative at the time. But they were really cool. I'm gonna try and get Justin's opinion on an array of mics. I've got an AT897. I've got a couple of lavaliers. I've got some instrument mics. I've got some matched condensers like that. I've got these microphones. I've got the other ones for the podcast. The shoot, what are those? AKG 990s or something. But yeah, there's a whole variety of mics out there, and I think it's kind of hard for people to figure out which ones to use when. I've had some terrible suggestions from people before, so I would love to clear that up. That's already got that on there. See, we're making good time. We're already halfway through. This is what happens when you don't get all your color correction done at once, or at least do it to one clip and then it magically works for all the other clips. I basically did that with one clip, decided that's wrong. Basically decided that I wanted these general settings and then pasted them onto everything. The only problem is then when you're 15 steps down the line and you realize, oh shoot, I wanted a vignette or to add some, I don't know, like you wanted to go in creative and add some faded film effect. You want it to look a little faded, you know? Well, now you have to do that to all your clips. You got to go through and you got to edit that thing, or you can go through. Realistically, I could be doing this. You could go through, right click, remove all the attributes, and then paste all the attributes back on. But I know that some of these clips I made like little individual edits on, and I don't want to mess with all of them. So I guess we're doing it this way. But hey, that means more time on stream, right? More time that we get to chat and hang out. Lovely. So here we go. Right, 1.5. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with what program I'm using, I'm editing in Adobe Premiere Pro right now. It's one of the Adobe Suite programs. If you sign up for the Creative Cloud, I think it's $50 a month, maybe 59 or something like that, like $60. But you get access to all of their Creative Cloud programs, which includes Photoshop, After Effects, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, like this, and there's just tons that you can do with these programs. They have InDesign. You can design templates. I just learned last night that you can do like resumes in InDesign. It makes sense, but it's like actually a preferable method to like what I've been doing. Like I thought, okay, just use Word in a template, but nope, bad idea. Cool. Okay. Lovely. You know what? We got a bunch of people on here right now. I might play that track again while I'm doing these. Well, I guess that editing process is done. Never mind. Okay. So yeah, we've got our winter cut. You know what? Let's do another playthrough. Bunch of people watching right now. I'm not sure if everyone caught it, but this is the toss a coin to your Witcher. This is our the winter scenes that I shot with the band. I'm going to transition from winter to more warmer looking stuff later on in the video as it gets more of like a full kind of feel. I love the drama of that snow covered stuff, but it doesn't match with all the rest of our footage. So I'm going to play through this song again one more time. You're going to be able to see the winter cut version. I'm going to organize what I need to do next and figure out my my stuff, and also grab a glass of water because I'm very thirsty. So let's do this. I'm going to do a little intermission. I'm going to mute my mic, and then I'll be back after this song is done. It's about 3 minutes long. But yeah, I'll have it up so that you can see the actual screen, but you won't be able to see me. So I will be back momentarily.
When a humble bard graced right along with Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. From when the White Wolf fought a silver-tongued devil, his army of elves at his hooves did they revel. They came after me with masterful deceits, broke down my lute and they kicked in my teeth, while the devil's horns minced our tender meat, and so cried the Witcher, he can't be bleed. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty. At the edge of the world, fight the mighty horde that bashes and breaks you and brings you to mourn. He thrust every elf far back on the shelf, high up on the mountain from whence it came. He wiped out your past, got kicked in his chest. He's a friend of humanity, so give him the rest. That's my epic tale. Our champion prevailed, defeated the villain. Now pour him some ale. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Oh, toss a coin to your witcher, a friend of humanity. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Oh, toss a coin to your witcher, a friend of humanity. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Oh, toss a coin to your witcher, a friend of humanity.
Alrighty, so that's the track. Let's get back to our single shot here. All right, no, in game. There we go. Boom. We're back. Loving all the chat that I'm seeing up there. For some reason, I am not seeing those in Restream, but yeah, we definitely got some over there. So to all the new viewers that just popped in, there's a this is an AMA. We're doing edits of a music video, but ask me anything while I'm editing. Anything photo video related, would love to hear it. If you want to ask questions about cameras, whatever, do it up. Excuse me. Yeah. So 148 vignette seems a bit too much and distracting when combined with the framing. All right, so we're gonna take a look here. Thank you for that feedback. I really appreciate that. 148, like around here. Is this the shot that you're talking about? Yeah, that does stand out a whole lot more than I would really want it to. So let's bring that back a little bit. Let's take a look at it at -1. That makes a difference. Like it's right here. It's right at the end where yeah, exactly. When his face is in the corner. It's just a little Sure thing, Mom. Good thing. Glad that you're loving the background music. I finally know bands that you can actually enjoy. Alrighty. Yeah, I definitely agree. Alright, so when it comes up like this, when his face is in the corner, are you talking about Justin's face? Yeah, like right here, right? You just see too much shadow out there. Alright, let's bring this back even more. Let's do like 0.5. Yeah, and then here it's the same thing. Let's do hey, no worries. It's about preference, and like if that's something that you noticed, Wedding Media just added a comment there saying, I'm no expert, so take my info with a grain of salt. Doesn't matter if you're an expert or not. It's all about how it feels. So if that's something that you noticed, like it stood out enough to you that it was distracting, that's something that I want to change. Like I want to make all the effects in here seamless enough that you notice them, you know that they're there, but it's not distracting. It doesn't take away from the video. It doesn't take away from, you know, your enjoyment of the song or anything like that. So hey, cheers, Ryan. Ryan just commented, that's looking great. Appreciate it, man. You guys did a huge job helping out with this. There's Ryan. This is our buddy Ryan right here. Looking like a badass. Yeah. Back in the field there too. This all looks sweet. All right, so we're gonna save this. I'm gonna take a quick check, see if we have more shots like this that are out, like just sticks out a little too hard. Yeah. Okay. -0.5. I appreciate the advice there, Wedding Media. It really does help. 0.5. Here we go. That's the entire point of me doing these is like AMAs. Not only does it keep me honest and like forces me to not get distracted when I'm working, but it really helps me with like immediate feedback. Like if people are in these live streams and they're going, I don't know, that looks like crap. That's helpful. Like, let me know. You know, if something feels weird, something looks weird to you, it's worth mentioning. Yeah, I'm gonna do that to all of these clips. I don't like how strong the vignette is when it's up against the sky like that. It's just too much contrast on the background. Otherwise, looks great though. There we go, -0.5. -0.5. There we go. And I think that's it. All right, so that's our winter timeline then. You know what? Why don't we do something a little fancy here? So I'm going to rename this quick. Hey, Shirazul. Thanks for joining the stream. So this stream is all about we're doing an AMA while I edit a music video. It's a cover of the Toss a Coin to Your Witcher song. Ask me anything about photo, video, media, either production or post-production, editing, anything, cameras, whatever. Yeah, let us know if you're an editor or anything like that. Let us know if there's anything that you see that I'm doing that has like there's a better workflow or something like that. But otherwise, we're just kind of enjoying this song and, you know, playing around with the footage from it. Winter timeline. So right now, I'm working on the A roll for the sequence. Winter timeline. Let's do warm. I can't type right because I'm at this thing. It's right. God. It's annoying. Okay, yeah. So we're working on timelines here. I'm going to take all of the spring summary parts of this, copy that and that, and we're going to copy them into this timeline here. That's right. Okay, it doesn't have enough crap. All right, so let's do this. Yes. There. Alrighty. We'll copy this. I don't know why it didn't want to do both, but whatever. Okay, now let's check and make sure. So, we're going to go through this. Oh, that's cool. Twitchswitch.tv to see random streamers to create friendships. Sure, Azul, I really appreciate you jumping in here. It's cool, serendipitous to have you join us. If you go back in the video a little bit, or like watch later when it's when it's recorded, you'll be able to see or hear the full song of this. We just played it a couple minutes ago during an intermission. I might do it again at some point during this stream, because I'm trying to get this all edited so we can cut these videos together. Why does that not look like it's... But yeah. Do you do any kind of like editing or video stuff? Like, do you stream at all? Why does this feel like it's out of place? I know what happened here. I'm trying to figure out why this was all like off. It's because it just copied directly from the, like I just pasted it directly in. I didn't do this. Let's do, I know a quick way to fix this. Okay, so if you ever like copy stuff into a timeline and it gets all like off, if you're copying it from a different sequence, that's not what I need to do. If you're copying from a different sequence, you can go back to that original sequence. Where's our black video? Here we go. Okay. The first clip that's on there. Copy that. That's just, it's literally going to be your spacer. Streaming right now, actually. Recording my social skills to train and feel comfortable with being myself on stream. Sure, that's really cool. Honestly, I'm going to, here you go. I'm going to follow you. That's I'm gonna find you on Twitch or something. That's that's awesome. I love that. Twitch is such an interesting like platform. You get all kinds of people doing all kinds of different things. Here we go. Let's do that. Let's okay, it's muted. Shira. My fingers can't type. There we go. Boom. Appreciate it, man. That's super cool. All right, so I literally just watched on a stream as it's like he's watching mine. It's crazy. We're inflecting right now. That's cool. All right. Just because of my audio setup right now, I can't actually hear what you're saying, Shira, but this is really cool. Like, keep it up, man. I'm gonna watch your stuff when I'm not streaming, just because I have to pay attention to this. But awesome meeting you, and thank you for joining the stream. Alrighty. So we're back to The Witcher here. Definitely go if you are anyone else who's watching this, definitely go check out Sheer as well. That's a cool little experiment. You got to feel comfortable being yourself on stream, because it's a little weird, that's for sure. It takes like a bit of a learning curve to feel comfortable, but in my opinion, it's totally worth it. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of interesting community and people, and you never know what you're gonna find here. So, all right, so we're gonna select everything except for that black video clip. So we can select everything here, zoom in a little bit, make it back down to our timeline, and then unselect that, and then basically you just drag everything right until you can justify with the end of that, and here we should be good. Yeah, and now I can put that clip back out. All right, cool. I used to stream from a gas station, film myself pranking customers. That's awesome. Is there, all right, wedding media, is there any like footage of that? That would be super cool. I would love to watch that.
Along came this song. Along came.
That still kind of looks off to me. But I think that's just that clip.
From when the white wolf fought a silver-tongued devil.
That does look off to me. Okay, so I'm gonna kill that clip. We're gonna look real close here.
Silver-tongued devil. His white wolf fought.
Yeah, so it's a little bit like delayed.
A silver-tongued devil.
There, better. I was going to lose the job after some pranks gone wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I can see how that would happen. For those of you who can't see, wedding media is chatting in. Actually, you can see it up here on the stream. God, that sounds like gold. I mean, it depends what kind of pranks you're doing, but yeah, that could definitely get you fired. But that's a really cool idea to do that while you're doing like a different job too. Like, I don't know, there's a part of me that would love to see like, you know, line cooks in a kitchen with like just a camera on them. They're not necessarily even paying attention, but they're doing their thing just because it's like, it's so interesting to watch people work and do their very specific expertise. I don't know. It's the, in my head, it's the concept of flow. Like when people get into a state where they're at their peak performance, or, you know, they're just doing something that you don't really like, you're not privy to typically, like people in the service industry, you're not privy to like what happens in the kitchen and what goes on back there. And I get that, you know, could obviously be bad for certain businesses, but maybe if you made it like non-branded or something like that, that'd be so cool. 1,200 people viewing. Fake the seizure. Customer called an ambulance. EMTs come. Oh Lord. Yeah, I can see how that would get you in trouble. I'm surprised. Like, did you get like fined by the EMTs or something? Like, I feel like that's a recipe for just getting a medical bill for nothing. Although, shoot, 1,200 viewers. All right, so Mike Pandel just commented on YouTube. Working in IT, I can videotape the reaction on people's faces when I tell them their computer is powered off. That's great. So you like access their camera when... Are you like remote turning off their computer, or are you just telling them the computer's like... Oh man, either way, but that's funny. Like I just love that. Like, oh my gosh, I used to do a job where I would like phone chat with clients online, or like text chat with people, and there were just some responses that were hilarious. Like, yeah, I was gonna say legally you can't. I wish I could like have recorded those phone conversations or something like that and use some of that content, because it was just like, some of it was just gold. Like there was one guy that just came on and he was just angry, and he had no real reason behind it, so he couldn't like explain himself at all, and it just became this like I was kind of like messing with the guy, and I felt bad, but he definitely deserved it because he was just being mean for no reason. So I think these, I'm not sure if these clips need to be all moved. Yeah. All right. So it was like 4 frames and I moved that other one. Not 6 frames, 4 frames.
After me, with masterful deceits, broke down my loot.
Oh, accidentally copied some of the other stuff. Okay, didn't want these clips in there. Pretty sure. Let's open this up. I can't see what I'm doing here. That's too funny. Yeah, I really think that service industry should be allowed to like stream more content from it. Like you should just be allowed to like take photos and videos and stuff in that kind of environment. I know that would never happen, but that'd be great. All right, so where are these? What are these clips doing here? What are you doing? What do you mean? Yeah, you gotta get rid of these. All right, get those out of here because we got our wintertime line elsewhere. Alrighty, so trying to think of where I want. Is there footage of Ryan playing there? Okay, we're gonna put this right on the end of that clip. Extend this because I want him playing guitar right at that spot, if possible. Okay, so this clip, maybe did we like restart during the edit? I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna let's see how we can do this. I think, yeah, all right. We gonna cheat it. We're going to do 85% speed. Yeah, I think the whole, like all the clips that are on this thing, just this line in particular need to be moved. Yeah, looks like it. See if this is the same thing. Yep, just a little bit behind. So I must have done like an approximate edit where I just got it in the right, sort of in the ballpark. Now do I need to do that on this one? Yeah, okay. Back four. Nope, wrong direction. Try that. Nope. Nope. Still too far now. We're getting closer. Move it back like one or two. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, so when we filmed this, I made sure to shoot a whole bunch of sequences for this like outro part where it's the repetition of that sequence. Let's see here. I forget what that's called. Yeah. Anthony, that's a really good point. When I shoot and then edit videos, I found out that if the actor / performer is actually singing it instead of moving his lips, it becomes way more realistic as a performance. So because we were doing this pretty like run and gun, we didn't have any speakers. Like none of us had like a portable Bluetooth speaker or anything that we could really like project the audio with. We had like one day at the location to really go shoot. We had another day as backup that we ended up having to use, but we just didn't really have the yeah, exactly. Anthony said, I have a feeling this was lip synced in silence. It wasn't in silence. It was just that we only had like a cell phone. And so for some of these longer shots, it doesn't play through as great, but that's sort of the constraint that we have. So there's other footage that we shot. There's B-roll here. I'll show you. We have basically a whole video worth of, hey, thank you for the follow. Basically I have a whole video worth of B-roll sequences of Witchers, which is characters that we made up. Each one is from a different Witcher school, kind of follows the lore a little bit more. So I wanted to focus more on getting stuff that sort of follows the theme of The Witcher and that series. So doing things like drinking from the potion vial. We have another sequence where it's a much smaller potion vial. Like it actually looks like the ones from the show. Here we go. Eli takes a swig out of one. There, he pops it off, swigs it down there. So yeah, no. I totally appreciate the 2 cents, Anthony. I'm never like I don't feel like attacked by anyone when they leave comments like this. It's meant to be an AMA, and I love to hear comments on the video and footage like that. There was actually a music video that I shot once where I couldn't convince the vocalists to just sing, and it looked terrible throughout because we were trying to do like a one shot, like walk around a house a bunch of times with a gimbal and all that jazz, and it just didn't work out because the vocalist wouldn't play through. But this was a situation where we were kind of constrained. We had to use that cell phone audio, and that was the loudest that we could get it. But I think with these intercuts, we'll be able to use sections where he's not punching as much with his vocals. Obviously those are the parts that you want to have in there, but we can change things so that we have stuff like this happening. You know, there's like a run up, an attack, a sword thing, there's blood spray through the air. Like we can sort of cheat it with other dramatic B-roll shots, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that's the plan. You know, I basically wanted to overshoot the hell out of this video in order to make it an editing project, which is exactly why I'm streaming it here. So I appreciate the feedback, and I definitely agree. It has that look, but that's what we had to do. Justin just commented, it's either 8 or 30 feet away, that cell phone. So we didn't really have the option to sing aloud, or else we'd lose our place, and then production would just take forever. I'd have to cut clips and retime things, and that's just a nightmare. So we sort of stuck to the key points, I would say. But there's some really cool stuff in here. You know, we got everyone attacking here. I gotta cut into that shot just a teensy bit. Nope, wrong. Actually, I do want it in that direction, but we're gonna go boom right there. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, there's nice dramatic slow-mo sequences, and then there's this stuff with Kevin. Kevin is our Griffin Witcher, who they're much more magic oriented. That shot I can like cut in half. And this shot I can also cut in half. So this is where cutting on action becomes really helpful. Look at boom, boom. Oh, it's like it just happened. So this is I have yet to really like fine tune the end of this sequence, but just tell because I edit videos too, so thought about asking. I appreciate it. I really like having your opinions in here, and I would love to get your opinion on like workflow stuff too. Like if you do a lot of music videos, I typically do like TV news, documentaries, film stuff. So it's a lot different, the workflows. And I'm always looking for advice, and it helps people who watch these videos eventually too, because they're all going to be on recording on YouTube and on Facebook. They'll be on Twitch for I think about 14 days, but the idea is that people can use these as resources so that they have somewhere to look and say they're working on a music video, they can look at this music video post-production, stream. There's a couple of them now. So, but this is, Anthony, you might be, are you self-taught or did you go to school? I'm mostly self-taught. I started off working as a photographer for bands. I was in bands at the time, so I was just sort of the dude that had a camera. Did freelance for about 4 years and then decided, okay, I want to go into film eventually. So I went to Full Sail University online for digital cinematography, which is a Bachelor of Science degree. So it was a lot about like physics and, rule of thirds, like framing and like doing formulas like the inverse square law for lighting, things like that. So it was very like numbers and definites based, which was very cool. But they also provided a bunch of equipment, which is my main reason. So it taught me how to do like documentary style and film style. It didn't really do much with like music videos or, production techniques like that. Or even like smaller productions. It would mostly just be like interview or big film, which was really cool. I don't do that primarily. You definitely have done more than I have, but the way I work is, sorry, just reading the take on a different track and not put them in one combined track in Premiere. I also work a lot with After Effects and After Effects and motion graphics. It's my main thing. Oh, cool. I'm going to be trying out an After Effects tutorial later on for eye replacement on this. I'm literally just going to try it like on stream. I don't know if I can stream the other video that it's from, but I'll share the link and then everyone can go in there. Mostly self-taught, but again, it's, I went to school. I've also gotten a lot of training from just working with people. So like working with PBS has been a big thing. Working with my brother-in-law who's he worked with PBS, he produces documentaries, all this stuff. So like it's about the people that who you work with, things like that. But yeah, I think it's an industry that mostly just teaches you how to become self-taught. Like if you do like further training, it's mostly like here's more tools, but then also like ways to figure out what you don't want to do. Because it's just such a creative industry. Like you can do anything with video production. Like this is a photography technique. It's a photography technique that you do like a time lapse or like a long exposure shot. Hey, cool, awesome, Sixsmiths. I really appreciate that. This is a photography technique where you do like a long exposure with a lockdown camera and you swing around a wire whisk filled with steel wool, which is quadruple zero. You want it to be really, really thin steel wool. And you light that steel wool on fire. Steel wool will actually burn. And when you swing it around, it gets a lot more oxygen. So it starts to burn faster and faster and faster. And then sparks start dripping off of this thing. It didn't work exactly how I wanted it to, but it worked really cool. The idea was to make it look like I obviously didn't do like a long exposure or time lapse or anything, but I wanted it to look like a spell. Like he has like a flail or something like that, like a medieval weapon, and he lit it on fire. So I want to do a little cut when he drops the thing and he hits it on the ground and it explodes into fire and you see like sparks go up and stuff like that. So keep saying stuff like that way too much. Yeah, I really appreciate having you two in the streams. It's like it's not often that I have other media people in the stream, so I really appreciate the feedback from people who know what's going on. But yeah, this footage was shot at 120 frames per second with a Sony a6500 and Sigma contemporary lenses. Those are the APS-C Sigma lenses, so they're around like $300 or $400 a pop. But they're all f1.4, and you can clear image zoom if you're shooting in anything 1080. I don't think you can do it with the 120 frames, but still, you end up with footage like this, and I think it looks fantastic. Like that's what I was looking for, right there. That big splash of sparks. That's Ryan blocking him. He's got a big bucket helm on. But yeah, to produce something like that. Hey, GameWiz, what's up? How you doing? To produce something like that, you basically have to have people on standby with like buckets of water and whatnot, because like that's dangerous. We're in costumes that probably have a lot of polyester in them. So it can get a little iffy. That's good. That's good. You're doing all right. I'm doing well. I'm working on a music video right now. It's for the band Visionary. They recorded it at King Studios PA in Allentown, and it's my buddies here. So we're working on getting this thing all timeline together. The actual song is going to be released, I think I want to say like the 14th or the 12th of February. I have it on the Facebook post on the page. So go check out Full Coverage Media Group on Facebook, and then you'll see that post, and you'll see when it's coming out. Or, go to King Studios. They'll tell you too. Yeah, so we're working on this stuff right now. February 12th. From the man himself. That's Justin from King Studios. Justin is our vocalist here. You can see him right there. That's Justin boy. Yeah. Looking good. Okay. So we have that. We have our